Hello everybody, good day, good morning, good afternoon. I'm going to do a twin flame divine feminine alignment reading this morning using my very own system of channeling, spirit grid that I've developed, and it all sort of comes together really nicely to give us a focus to how to manage our energy for the day. In these times of intense energies, we have to really have a focus each day so that we can stay in that place of balance and belief and trust. So, Spirit of Love and Light, can you give us the focus for today before this reading starts for the twin flame alignment? Ooh, this one wants to come out. Okay, so the affirmation for today is my ability to manifest my soul's true purpose. This is all about motivation. If you are feeling like you are not motivated to do things, connecting with your soul's purpose and manifesting it is the way to energize yourself and get yourself back on track after maybe feeling like a bit beaten up, a bit soul weary, whatever. This affirmation will help you to connect with your purpose. So the positions today are identity, mind, and self-concept, which is very, very poignant today. I will read the channeled message at the end. So I use my Sacred Circle cards as a base and chant and repeat the affirmation. My ability to manifest my soul's true purpose. My ability to manifest my soul's true purpose. And what we're doing is we're programming in new alignment beliefs. My ability to manifest my soul's true purpose. My ability to manifest my soul's true purpose. My ability to manifest my soul's true purpose. Thank you. So in the position of identity, let's see, what Spirit has. So this is myself in alignment with my true twin flame. In the position of identity, what do we have? Position of identity. My ability to manifest my soul's true purpose. My ability to manifest my soul's true purpose. In the position of identity, please. Okay, so we have one card there. The position of the mind and the position of self-concept. How do we view ourselves? Self-concept. My ability to manifest my soul's true purpose. Self-concept. So this is about changing how you relate to your world. You know, wearing a new cloak, putting on a new outfit, being a different identity perhaps. So on the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Cups, which is the underlying energy. In the back here we have the Glastonbury Tour, which funny enough my twin actually lives around and goes there for things. This is the Nine of Cups, emotional fulfillment, wish fulfilled, dreams coming true. Okay, so that's the bottom of the deck. Dreams coming true, the Nine of Cups. In the position of identity, with the chant of my ability to manifest my soul's true purpose, What is my identity in relation to that? So we have the Ace of Cups, which is the ultimate new beginning, spiritual manifestation of your soul's true purpose. You know, so we've got soul's true purpose. Your identity is this pure soul, somebody who is a spiritual being. Ace of Cups is the ultimate emotional fulfillment, a new beginning of a new phase of understanding who you are as a soul with a purpose. And that's what spirituality is. The evolution of life spirals around, hence the word spirituality, because we're all evolving on the toroidal vortex. If you're into quantum, that's why we can't avoid, evolving and ascending, because we are accepting more light into our bodies, raising consciousness, and going to that next sort of spiral level where there will be more challenges. It's a never-ending cycle because, it's an infinite. We are infinite beings. So the process is learning to just keep going with it, just riding those waves, learning those lessons, not fearing loss, not being in fear, basically. So the next one is mind, my ability to manifest my soul's purpose, soul's true purpose. What is in the mind space? Okay, we have the King of Fire, which is the King of Wands. This is the ultimate creative, being in charge of your own creativity, your own manifest desires, self-mastery in terms of imagining what you want, bringing it into the physical realm with the passion and creativity of the sacral chakra. And this is the King of Wands, the ultimate idea, maturity of ideas. This is a mature king, and it's like your spirit has matured. It is able now to be in that place of knowing where it's going and what to do with all this knowledge and how to make it into something that's in line with the passion and the energy of creation, doing action, moving forward. So that is the identity, is the spirit. The mind is on fire with creative ideas. And now let's look at the position of the self-concept in relation to manifesting your soul's purpose. And this is very aligned with manifesting. Because you're the king, you're taking action. So in terms of the moon here, we have, in terms of self-concept, we have the moon, which is, the feminine energy. Your self-concept is, it could be mysterious, it could be, it's like how you view yourself, your self-concept. You are this moon at the moment. There's sort of lots of dark spaces. There's stones. There's beautiful coloured skies, a few bats, some snowdrops, I believe they are. Snowdrops. So there's a lot of beauty and mystique, sort of very sacred, You've got the moth here and the bat. They come out at night. This one's attracted to the light. This one resonates with sound. So it's very attuned to vibration. And those vibrations come up from the depths, the deepest, darkest depths. But then the moth energy goes towards the light and seeks the light. So your self-concept is someone who is very in tune with nature, very in tune with their feelings, their emotions, and has a very, very clear understanding that the direction you're going in is towards the light, and you're willing to bring those vibrations that come up from the deep, darkest crevices of your psyche into the light. And that's kind of your self-concept as a person. And then you've got these snowdrops, and they grow in very hostile, cold environments. You know, they grow through the snow. And that's kind of what we're doing. We're growing no matter what. And so let's do, okay, so let's just take an overview of this. Identity, mind, and self-concept. Your identity is somebody is a spiritual being with a new beginning who can see amazing opportunities for spiritual growth. Someone whose mind is now focused on creating their reality, getting their ideas, has got some projects and things they want to do with their life. Creativity on fire, because the energy has been released from since the 1st of October, letting go of all the old, you know, that full moon on the 24th allowed us to get, you know, clear of things. And, you know, I've been having lots of kind of nightmarish dreams that have been working through old energy patterns and insights. In particular, one of them is, you know, invasion of my boundaries. So, you know, setting the boundaries. And yeah, that was quite insightful. So the energies have been coming up through, you know, and revealing your true self in the light of these beautiful colours. And once you deal with them, and remember, everything is energy. So I'm going to go with, okay, so we've got ability to manifest my soul's true purpose. I'm going to read the back now. Okay, so bearing in mind we've got these 3 cards here. You are working towards a process that is allowing you to be more fully yourself. If you can see how you are learning to realize how useful you can be sure of knowing what you need to do next. And that's kind of that card there. In this time of confusion and grief, you are being shown how to manage your emotions by focusing on what's good and helpful. We assure you that making a change in the right direction can be manifest by seeing how all the pieces fit together in alignment with your soul's true purpose. So you're working towards a process that is allowing you to be more fully yourself. So that's this this kind of thing. You know, this is our true selves, the Ace of Cups. We are spiritual beings. So I'm working towards, or we are working towards a process that's allowing you to be more fully yourself. You're learning to realize how useful you can be by being sure of knowing what you need to do next. So this is about, you know, having the mastery of ideas, knowing how to utilize those ideas. Again, it's like you've mastered the knowledge of spiritual movement forward with passion and desire. And to manage your emotions by focusing on what's good and helpful. So managing those emotions that are coming up through the you know, the mystique of the psyche, what's been hidden coming into the light, and making that helpful. So this is talking about transmutation. We assure you that making a change in the right direction can be manifest by seeing how all the pieces fit together in alignment with your soul's true purpose. So it's having a higher view. Okay, so let's see what I need to draw. Okay, so we've got the direction. Let's look at the enchanted map, because I feel this is about direction, traveling in a specific direction. Okay, my ability to manifest my soul's true purpose. And don't forget, this is about your ability, so it's kind of like learning a skill. Sometimes when you look at language, you really have to look at each word and understand what you need to unpack within that sentence. So my ability to manifest my soul's true purpose. My ability to manifest my soul's true purpose. Learning, working towards a process. You are working towards a process that is allowing you to be more fully yourself. Okay, working towards a process. And I feel that's what this king is, and this spirituality. And the working towards is the working out of all of those things that need to be cleared. Allowing you to be fully yourself. I mean, that is the ultimate twin flame journey, because if you have been walking around the earth trying to be this and that and good enough and perfect and afraid to be yourself or express your true self for fear of what other people think and all of those things, then yeah, it takes a little bit of work to trust and face the fears around doing that. Okay, so my ability to manifest my soul's true purpose. So in the position of identity, what is the direction? So this is the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron-Reid. In the position of identity, Spirit, what is the message? Thank you. In the position of mind, what is the message? In the position of self-concept, what is the message? Self-concept. Self-concept. What is the message, Spirit? Self-concept, please. How do you view yourself? Okay, so we've got 3 cards. At the bottom of the deck, we've got Ride the Wave. So yeah, time to, you've got the twin flame marker here, and there's a little fairy person sitting on top of one of them. So yeah, riding those emotions, being a master at doing that. That's the bottom of the deck. Ride the wave. In a position of identity, clarifying the spirituality is moving out of that stuckness of the mud by, you know, being this spiritual person, seeing yourself as a person that's this gold bird, or this little bird that is actually free to fly high, where the heaviness of the elephant is stuck in the mud. So releasing the heaviness of all that was holding you down. It could be guilt, fear, resentment, anger, all those emotions have been holding you back, and now it's your identity is, you know, working towards that process through the desire to release yourself from all that holds you back into the spiritual process of becoming your true self. And then for the identity of the mind, the position of the mind, we've got home. And this is a beautiful scene with a forest with a beautiful door. Feels very comforting. And, you know, home is self-mastery. Home is where your true purpose feels aligned, and where you're very sure of who you are, what your ideas are. You're very sure of your own truth. That's home. Because when the mind has been fragmented and pulled this way and that with these beliefs and that belief, then it can feel like a very strange world. But when you come home to the mystical, when you come home to the truth of the mystique of the universe and its secrets and its insights, and you're knowing that you are this mystical person that actually does have very true insights, being very sure of that, it feels like being home, and it feels like you have the keys to that door. Nobody else can open that door but you. This is kind of your sovereign domain. This is your domain. And that's your mind. The mind is not the brain, just to clarify. The mind is the totality of consciousness. So when you're in a space of working with the mind to place your attention somewhere, when you observe parts of the universe, obviously they collapse into particles where they were perhaps potential spirit, and when you collapse them into ideas and put the focus of your attention on them, they become a reality. That's when they manifest into the physical. And hence, we create our own reality. So then we have spirit of place, and that's clarifying the self-concept. So spirit of place is about accessing the states of mind, the states of being that are going to draw you towards the light. So it's focusing on, yes, there are the above and the below, the light and the dark, and we are focused on moving towards the light with that mastery. And here we've got some autumn leaves, and we are sort of coming into autumn and, taking stock of what's happened over the summer, so we can have a little look at where we want to go between now and perhaps Christmas and, beyond. So feeling those energies of where you want to be, the place you want to be, is in this Nine of Cups fulfillment energy, which is on the bottom of the deck. Clearing out anything that isn't that by transmuting it into the light and bringing it into a clearer understanding, seeing things for what they really are, and opening up to the truth of your true soul's true purpose. Your soul's true purpose, generally as a collective is joy and love, but how we get there is what makes us individual, the choices we make to get there. So I'm going to draw another deck, but I just need to see where we're going with this. So identity as a spiritual person who's moving towards a process to be more fully who we are. That's what we're always doing anyway. Then in terms of the mind is fully mature, and it feels like home when you're in the seat of creativity, in your truth. And then through the mind you are orchestrating the spiritual, the place, the states, the levels of identity that allow you to understand that your journey is towards the light, no matter what's happening in the crevices of the darkness in a moonlit night. It can feel a little bit scary, a little bit strange, but know that, like with the seasons, change will happen, and that you're focused on the cycles of evolutionary processing that allows you to become your true self. So with that vein, let's see what cards we're going to go for. Yeah, we're going to go for the wisdom, because I feel this is about us developing our wisdom. Let's see if you can get those on the screen there. So the wisdom of the oracle, or the wisdom of the, I've got what it's called now. Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, I believe, which goes very much with this moon card. The wisdom of the hidden realms. Yeah, so when we bring things into light and we work towards a process of becoming fully ourselves, to unstick ourselves, we discover the wisdom of that journey. We discover the wisdom, the insight. Okay, so in the position of identity, the Chess Queen, trust, strategizing. So working towards a process, planning your moves, being one step ahead of the game, and being very, very clever and strategic about it. That's kind of what we're doing, Spirit says at the moment. The Chess Queen, and that's the Queen as well, and we're doing it with love and compassion. So in the position of the mind, Spirit, what is the wisdom that we're looking at here? In the position of the mind. Whoa. Gaia's garden. Fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow. So in the position of the mind, we have the abundance. Again, we've got this pumpkin in the autumn, the harvest season. She's looking very happy. Her mind is alight. We've got this harvest of the king of, the King of Wands, being a master to your desires, knowing that you're home in the mind, knowing that the mind is the place where all abundance comes from, connecting to earth, and then bringing in the abundance of Gaia's garden, which is the earth's garden, the universal garden, the creation of abundance through the alignment of your consciousness to your soul's true purpose. That's when Gaia's garden is able to flourish. It cannot flourish without the right nutrients, and the right nutrients are love and joy and moving towards your soul's true purpose. And that is what makes you come alive, gives you energy, makes you see the beauty in things, makes you want to do things for yourself and for others. Okay, so Gaia's garden, and then in the position of the self-concept. Self-concept, Spirit, what do we have in terms of the wisdom of the self-concept? So the difference between identity and self-concept, it's your identity is a framework for setting up your belief systems, and how you view yourself is where you fit and how well you're doing within that framework. Are you worthy of being a spiritual being? If you don't believe you're worthy of being a spiritual being, that will block you. And those beliefs have come from others. And so you've had to strategize your way out of these beliefs by being made aware that the world is not always as people have taught you it should be. So changing your perception of your identity and who you are is a journey. It takes work. So on the bottom of the deck, we've got the High Lady of Love and Compassion, reverence, kindness, and consideration. And this definitely goes for yourself. You need to have love and compassion for yourself. And what that looks like is not allowing others to pull you down, say things that are going to demean you, ridicule you, accuse you of things, blame you. So beware of the narcissist energy if you do have it around you, because this is where you have to release some of the guilt of not wanting to be in contact with these people, releasing the beliefs that they've installed in you based on their behaviors. So just having love and compassion for yourself as a first priority, I would say, and it's a number one. So it's a new beginning of beginning to have reverence for your own existence in this planet as part of creation, as part of the universal design and matrix, because without you the universe wouldn't work in the way that it does. You are here because you are part of the puzzle, the matrix that's making it work in the way it is. So in the position of self-concept, the Lady of the Gift, generosity, receiving and withholding. So yeah, you've got here the Spirit of Face and this, the Moon. So giving yourself the gift of being generous, receiving the wisdom through the transmuting of the energies, the darker energies, the lower energies into higher energies, and giving yourself the gift of going through that so that you do receive the wisdom, because knowing that on the other side, when you do that, you get this sort of light energy is waiting for you to open it up and being, you know, given to you through the wind and through the emotions, through clearing, through energy, light codes, and, you know, not withholding that from yourself, but also you'll be able to, you know, be more generous to others when you can trust, learn to trust in your own wisdom rather than the wisdom of others. And if you're on a little bit wobbly ground, you know, not sure if you're stepping, just keep focused on the moon, the light, those states of where you want to be, the spirit of the place where you're, you know, you want to head in the direction of. And this is about manifesting and staying, even though the current physical situation might look different, by keeping your mind focused on how you want to view yourself, who you want to become, then you can start to release and receive the gifts of that wisdom. Healing, yeah, definitely starting to heal energies by strategizing, trusting in your own intelligence, your own inner wisdom. With this chess queen here, she knows what moves she needs to make. In the top right, we've got sharing your gifts with the world, sharing your light, being more open and giving. Because you're in the space of, you know, being at home, you can share your ideas more enthusiastically with the world, even though there may be fears around who am I to talk about these ideas, who's going to listen. That doesn't matter as long as you're expressing your truth. You know, it's like me having this channel. I'm doing it because I need to express my journey. I'm not doing it for fans or, you know, anything like that external. I'm doing it because it's my truth and because I feel that, you know, I want to share at the moment. But when I was feeling a little bit down, you might have seen I've been off YouTube for a little while. I didn't want to, because I was more in this sort of stuck energy. I didn't know how to move out of it. So I was kind of in incubation for a little while. So the bottom, we've got isolation. Yeah, exactly what I said. So stuck in the mud, you know, the ice is beginning to melt now as you start to think about how you're going to be moving out of this. As you heal, the plan to heal is beginning to melt that sense of being frozen and not being able to move. There seems to be a little bit of spiritual warmth coming through now to start to melt that. I also find cooking helps as well. If you're into baking, you know, baking a loaf of bread or making some cakes or whatever is always good therapy. And then we've got the guidance card here, which is in between the position of the mind and the self-concept. And your angels are guiding you. The spiritual guidance is coming from Gaia and the truth of the mind, the ultimate mind, in the direction towards the light, to say, you know, I'm guiding you through your emotions to be able to focus on the generosity that you want to receive from Gaia. So Gaia's gift, Gaia's garden, wants you to reap all the benefits of what you've planted. And you do not have to allow anything to shadow your hard work. And it may, on the bottom of the deck, we've got the rebel. So it may even require that you become a spiritual rebel. Break those chains of conformity. Break those chains of fear. And again, you've got the fire here and the fire of the wands. So this is the passion of being a rebel to your own truth and ideas. And again, we've got some more fiery sharing here. And it's breaking those chains and being a rebel. And dealing with some of the most heaviest fears that anybody could have. Fear of being alone, fear of losing everything, fear of not being loved. But, you know, the universe really does protect you and does have your back. So I feel like I want to draw a Rumi, Whispers of Love Oracle. So let's do one message from the Divine Masculine to his feminine. What is the message from the Divine Masculine to the feminine? Just to keep us going. You know, because we work every day. What is the message from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine, please, Spirit? Divine Masculine, what is his message to his Divine Feminine as she works on this alignment process? Okay, this one wants to pop out. Embrace your emotions. This card always comes out. He's saying embrace your emotions. So yeah, good advice, Divine Masculine. And what is the Divine Feminine's message to her Divine Masculine as she's going through this alignment process? Well, hey, you are limitless. And there's two swans there. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to. So she's saying you are limitless. And he's saying embrace your emotions. So you've got this beautiful, two unicorns actually. Now not all of these cards have unicorns, but there's a lot of mirroring here. You've got double dolphins, double swans and double unicorns. So these are all mirroring. Look at that. So that's the message they're saying to each other. as they're riding the waves together, she's whispering to him, you are limitless, and he's saying, embrace your emotions, ride the waves. So they're on this journey together. It's like they're supporting each other in this. And look, and they're going towards each other as well. And then the intention of the Divine Feminine is, you know, obviously the two swans here, which is really beautiful. You can see them. So 2 unicorns, 2 swans, and 2 dolphins. So that kind of about sums it up, really. So, your Divine Masculine is there with you. You will never lose your Divine Masculine. And that is what's going to keep you going. Okay, so that's all I have for today. I have to work now. Do my spiritual mission work. What Spirit said. I have to do something special. It's work with people with special needs. I never knew what that meant until I ended up in a position of working with people with special needs, learning disabilities, and supporting them on their life journey. So it feels very good. So I'm going to do that now, but I hope I can support you on your life journey, on your twin flame journey, knowing that this is what is keeping us, you know, fitting in with the soul's purpose. So I'll just read this again. You are working towards a process that is allowing you to be more fully yourself. If you can see how you are learning to realize how useful you can be sure of knowing what you need to do next. In this time of confusion and grief, you are being shown how to manage your emotions by focusing on what's good and what's helpful. We assure you that making a change in the right direction can be manifest by seeing how all the pieces fit together in alignment with your soul's true purpose. It's about taking the higher ground and seeing things from a higher perspective. So that's all I have for today. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.